Alright, hello everyone. Just wanted to send you a video greeting and then also kind of go over the discussion questions and what you're going to be doing next week. And I don't know if I'll do this very often or every week, but I just wanted to change things up a bit. So, I really enjoyed reading your introductions. This is a very, diverse class. We have some people that are getting their business management degrees. Quite a few people that are entering into the healthcare field are already working in it. Quite a few nurses, CNAs. We have some animal lovers, which some of you have a lot of animals. So you are really, truly animal lovers, and some of you work with animals. So I thought that was really awesome to read. Also, we have some mothers and some parents, grandmothers. Um, Not everyone is from Indianapolis, which I thought was really interesting. Also, we have a couple of first-time online students. So welcome. I hope this experience is good for you. It's not too bad for you. Um, and then we have some military vets, and then we have a couple of people who have lost a tremendous amount of weight. Like you should be on the Biggest Loser or something. That's a remarkable amount of weight. So welcome to everyone. So just kind of a couple of quick reminders. Your initial posts for your discussion questions, they're due every Wednesday at 11:55. You want to turn those in every Wednesday. If you do not turn them in by 11:55, I will have to dock you some points. So really be sure to get those turned in. That's your initial post. Your other posts, which are your responses to your classmates, those are due on Sundays at 11:55 p.m. So be sure to don't get those two dates mixed up and get those items turned in on time so that you don't have to miss out on points. Okay, there's going to be a quick change in my office hours for this week only. Normally my office hours are Mondays from 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But for this Monday, I'll be giving a going away party for a coworker, so I will not be available. But I will be available on Wednesday. So for this week only, my office hours will be this Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30. So feel free to call me or text me if you have any questions or concerns about the material. So just want to do a quick discussion wrap up from week one. The discussion question about what are some qualities of an effective and ineffective manager. And you guys gave some really great examples. I was surprised the number of people that had really great managers. That's a good surprise because you don't need a bad manager. So it's good that a lot of you have had some really good managers. Here are some of the things that you mentioned. Some good qualities of an effective manager is one who leads by example, somebody that's honest, trustworthy, does their job well, and is a good teacher. Because it's good to be able to do your job well. It's even better when you can teach other people to do the job. Someone who is patient, has good follow-up, someone who's understanding, motivating. One interesting comment I thought was pretty cool was somebody that's in the middle. Like they're not too nice, but they're not too strict. Just somebody that's in the middle trying to do their job well. Someone who trusts their staff, someone who creates a good working environment, someone who's great at goal setting and helping others to set goals, and then someone you can respect. Some of you like a charismatic leader and an open door policy, and someone who's thorough and has the ability to multitask. So those are really good qualities. You guys kind of hit the nail on the head on that one. As far as ineffective qualities or qualities of an ineffective manager, those were as follows. Some didn't like that a manager is too laid back or too lenient. Others thought that a manager who pushes their work off on others is not, too swift. Like, it's good to delegate. That's a great skill, but it can go overboard when you're delegating everything and you're not doing anything. So that was a ineffective quality. Another one was non-reachable, not being able to just ask a question. Someone who's mean. I'm sorry. somebody had a really mean manager, and those really are very unpleasant. Someone who blames others, which is never good. It's very divisive to do that. Someone who complains, does not teach, and is impatient. Because you got to be patient to be a teacher, or and a manager. So if you're not that, then that's definitely a problem. Someone that doesn't provide structure, like if you are trying to be too many people's friend and you're just too lenient, that's not very good. Someone who gossips, someone who is unorganized, unethical. No one needs an unethical manager. It's just not a good thing to be because your staff has to be able to trust you. So, yeah, you guys brought up again a lot of really good points, a lot of really good qualities. So I just wanted to, review that with you. So, you don't always get a chance to read everyone's responses. So I do. I have the benefit of that. So I wanted to share some of the good things that came out of that. Okay. So now, let's look at what you're going to be doing this week. You are on week 2. Congrats for making it to week 2 of this course. And so you'll be reading 2 chapters this week. You'll be reading chapter 2, which talks about your environment. Not the environment outside per se, but the business environment. So what's going on with the business world and with other companies and how that affects you and how you can better analyze that. So that's what chapter 2 is about. And then it also talks about your internal environment too. So as a manager, you have a lot of responsibility when it comes to that. You're either creating the company culture in which how things run in your company, and then also you might be the one who's just implementing it. But you need to have a really good understanding about your internal environment. Because that's what you'll be dealing with as a manager. You need to know what makes people tick and what your CEO wants people to do and how they want them to act. So it's important. Chapter 3 is about ethics. And that's pretty self-explanatory, but you need to be able to make decisions that are motivated by ethical foundation. You don't need to make decisions based on your own motives or selfish motives. You need to be ethical. And there's been so many cases, especially now, where companies are not being very ethical. Like, for example, General Motors, that whole thing that's going on right now where they knew of a defective part in a car, but they did not fix it until many people died. And that was an unethical decision because they were putting profits over people's lives. So as a manager, you're going to be faced with that. Maybe not to that extent, but if you work at a restaurant, do you cut corners on stuff because you want to meet your productivity goal, or do you want to be healthy and help people not to get sick when they eat your food? So it's very important, ethics are. So I hope you enjoy that chapter. Once you read those 2 chapters, you'll be taking, of course, another multiple choice test. And then you'll be doing a discussion question. And so the discussion question for this week is as follows. The general environment is made up of economic, technological, social, cultural, and political trends. Name a current trend in each of these categories and explain why it is important for a manager to be aware of it. So, for example, technological, I'll tackle that. So, as a manager, you need to know what technology is out there and how people are using it. For example, smartphones, duh. But as a manager, you need to know how your coworkers or your staff, how they're using their smartphones. Many people do everything with their smartphone. They want everything to be integrated. They want to listen to their music. They want to be able to shop. They want to be able to organize their lives. There's so much people do with their smartphones. And as a manager, it's good to be aware of that because, one, it can help you with communicating with your staff. Do you need to incorporate some sort of, do you need to send texts instead of emails? Knowing technology can also help you to implement policy. For example, if you know that thousands of people, or millions of people are using Facebook and they're using it between the hours of 2 and 4, that's working hours. So that says that you need to implement a social media usage policy in your workplace. just things like that. So that's basically what you're going to be answering. But you're not only just going to pick one like I did. You're going to provide examples for all four of those categories. So that is pretty much it on that. And then this week you're also starting on your first project number 1, the first paper. So in this paper, it's a what would you do paper. So as a manager, you're going to be looking at these issues and problems of these specific companies and how you would solve them, how you would go about solving them, basically. And I'm going to upload like a rubric probably a little later on this week, so you can see like what I'm going to be grading on, so you can kind of get some guidelines on how to write your paper. We're going to be using the APA style, so you need to familiarize yourself with that. There should be a guide in your Know You profile, but if it is not, let me know. I'll try to upload something so you can kind of check it out. But you're going to be choosing between a couple different companies. The first company is Starbucks, Walmart, the San Diego Chargers, Ford Motor Company, Cisco, Novartis. I think that's about it. Yeah, so those are the companies that you're going to be choosing from. So that's your week 2. You're going to be starting on project 1. So this week you need to choose a company and start researching, because you're going to need external sources, not just your book. So stuff you find on the internet, in person, personal interviews, whatever. But you need to get those sources together and start on it, so you're not waiting until the last minute. But it's actually not due until next week, so getting to start on it now is a great head start. Next, you'll be doing a discussion question that I just read, and then you'll be doing your test, and then reading the 2 chapters 2 and 3. So that is week 2. I look forward to reading your discussion question responses and initial posts. I like how you guys are engaging with each other, so continue to do that and use that forum as just a way to kind of talk to your classmates and see what they think about certain issues. So that's it. And again, my office hours for this week only is Wednesday from 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. All right, have a great week, everyone.